Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity, first of all, and for the time that you have today. So it's an honor and privilege to be here. And so we have only 15 minutes, I believe. So I'll try to browse through a bit fast for some of the slides. And the agenda of the day, emerging technologies. So we'll see what it is in a very brief number of slides. So this is a safe harbor statement just for compliance, and this will be the brief agenda. So I work in Oracle, and this is the company, what you see here. I hope it's audible. Anything, please raise a hand if you're not able to hear properly. Okay, so it's $53 billion in this year and growing. So $5 billion is spent in R&D and 400,000 plus customers in 145 countries. And we'll see the cloud regions, what we talk about in the coming slides. So this is what we offer. Now, when we talk about Oracle and when I go to the customers, so first thing I hear is, we know you are the database guys, right? So it's not only database, so we also have cloud. So the entry of Oracle in cloud has been delayed by a decade, right? So there has been pros and cons for that. We'll see what are those in the coming slides. So we have these offerings in infrastructure, platform, and software as service, along with the on-premises, right? So what we typically call private cloud. So you can have cloud come to your premises. So what you get is you get the automation, the script options, which you get in a cloud, you get in your own private data center. So these are the regions, what we spoke about, 48 public regions, and it's growing, right? And a couple of things, MATE enabled, obviously, that's a prime requirement, and compliance. So this is very important, right? And more important, we'll see security, right? So these are some of the customers' partial list that we have today. So just picking a few of them, Niti Aayog, where we have seen Oracle Analytics being used for their IT enablement. We have Air Force Smart Citizen Services, PNB, which uses the chatbot, and many more, right? So OCI, or Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, touches your daily life. How is it? Okay. IRCTC, you buy a ticket, you're actually, that is hosted on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. You use Uber, Zimbra, Zoom, Uttar Pradesh Power Corporation, hosted on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and many more. This is one of the favorite thing that we do talk about. Diksha is one of the education system, right, knowledge system, which is hosted on Oracle Cloud. And this is a couple of more examples, the use cases. I'll just browse through fast. So Madhya Pradesh Department, where there are several portals which uses something which my colleague Amit has already pointed, low code, no code. So this is where you see low code, no code being used to make a faster development of the applications. So Niti Aayog, we already spoke. So this is what it is. I'm not going to spend more time here. And so this is a service portfolio, 130 plus as of today. So what do you have? Obviously, we have the infrastructure to support AI and generative AI. So this might look like jargon, so we'll have a few more slides down the line to get a bit understanding or glimpse, because time is short. So we have database. So not only Oracle database, we have MySQL, PostgreSQL, which are offered as platform as service, managed services for you. And MySQL in Oracle is an enterprise-grade offering, right? So we have DevOps for your CI/CD. Obviously, infrastructure has to be there, and you have GPUs as well when you want to run your models or like train your models in AI. So that is also available. And in cloud, a very important thing is obviously security and governance. So you have all in OCI platform. This is a security we are talking about. So it's zero trust security that we have inbuilt in all the service offerings of the cloud platform. And you have identity and access management to ensure that it's secure You have access control to all the services. And when you talk about security, the two prime things that we think about, apart from others, is data at rest has to be encrypted, and data in transit has to be encrypted as well. And hypothetically, because with all these settings, no one will be able to steal data from your cloud tenancy, right, as we call. But even if someone is able to take the data out, it'll be encrypted, so they'll not be able to do anything with that. So encryption is by default. There is no other choice, right, when you put data in cloud. So now we come to our original agenda, emerging technologies. So when we talk about emerging technologies, what we talk about? We talk about AI, we talk about chatbots, we talk about IoT, we talk about blockchain, and serverless and autonomous offerings. So these are the, offerings in Oracle Cloud as of today, which has multiple AI services. So for example, I'll just take a couple of examples, very basic level, I would say. So deep dive, you can have anytime you want. So we have folks out here, you can reach out, we'll be more than happy to give a demo, POC, whatever is required, right? So for example, I have invoice, printed invoice. Now that if I need to put in my transactional system, so I'll have to type. Long back we used to do that, but you have AI services to get that converted using the key values, and you get your product, quantity, value, like in currency, and you can process that. So that is available as a service. You have fraud management. So the first one, what it told is document understanding, and you have fraud management, and you have language translation. Like I speak in English, that can be translated in Bengali, right? And not only that, so one of our recent demos, the lipping would be different. So if I talk in English, if you translate that in Bengali, so the lipping will not match. So they have come up with the model tuning that even the lipping is, same as if you speak in Bengali. So those are some of the offerings we have here, and you can feel free to explore those. So coming back to our emerging technologies. So blockchain is basically, we know, it's nothing new for us effectively. So it's a distributed ledger which has immutable records. That means we cannot change the record. So what happens? If I make an update, it's a new record. So the original record is there, and it should be cryptographically verifiable to ensure that someone who has the authentic credentials, has done the change. So that is what is available in blockchain. And these are the challenges which you see on the left side. Now, with those challenges in place, what you get is the right top, but what we're looking for is something on the right bottom, right? So OCI has a blockchain platform, which is a managed service, and you can leverage to get that as your objective, depending on your business requirements, of course, right? Now we come to our AI, right? Focus on that. So we all know that data in today's world is zettabytes and plus. So how do we get the data, have insight on the data, and then leverage the data to help us an insight data-driven decision making? Maybe too much of jargons. So for example, if I have data, obviously I'm a business say for 10 years, right? I'll have data, say on sales, different regions, different seasons. So I need to find out which product, in which season, in which region has the best revenue, or opposite, doesn't have the best revenue. Next question, why? Right. So if you want to, explore in those lines, so the basic thing that you need is data. Now today when you see data, you have in different forms. Rows and columns, we know, we have been using it for decades, right? That's structured data. XML, JSON, we are still familiar with it, right? Semi-structured data, where you can make it to a structured form easily. And then comes the unstructured part. Twitter, smiley, sentiments, right? Someone is talking about a product. Well, the product is really good, but it's missing something. So it's a mixture of positive and negative. What we need is a sentimental analysis to help us get the correct insight on that data. So all these different kinds of data from disparate systems is what Amit has already mentioned, unifiedly available for us to consume, right? So that is what this diagram is trying to explain. Now, here are some common challenges that we have as of today. So we don't have time to go through all. So hallucination is a key, which you must have heard about. So what is hallucination? Say, we used to have floppies, right? We used to have data in megabytes maximum, right? Today we don't see them. So if I think about a solution for floppies, it will not work out today. Today we have devices which has terabytes of data. So we need to have latest data, number one, correct data. So as we heard about big data, the 5 V's, still remember, right? A decade back, big data was something coming up. So we have volume, velocity, veracity, variety, and value, right? Primarily. So volume is there because every second we are speaking, data is getting generated around the world. Value is what data is of value to you. So that will come in the next slide, we'll see. But if that is not taken properly, what we'll see is hallucination, leading us to incorrect decisions. And businesses are complex. There could be similarity, but every business is unique. So it's complex, but unique. So likewise, there are quite a few challenges. Now to address that, what we need. So this is prepared by one of our very learned person, Manoj Mathan, who has quite a few patents in his name. So he's from the AI team of Oracle, right? So we need 3 major things. Accessibility of the data, right? So this includes the pre-processing part that we need. So for example, we have data. So we need to find out what are the data we are looking for to address the queries for my business. So we need to curate the data, right? We need to cleanse the data. So that's the first part. Next is, we need models. So whether I can create my own model or I can reuse models available in the market. So we need a high-speed infrastructure. So we'll see down the line what we have in store for us. And jumpstart means if I need to analyze my data, I'm not in the business of preparing models, I need to have the services available for me so that, I can leverage those and move towards my objectives. So let's see what is there. So the first part is fetching the data. So it can be a batch, real-time, multiple sources, right? Data anywhere, as we used to say. Spark, Kafka, open sources, we use them predominantly. Tomorrow the technology might change. Tomorrow we might get something else coming up, right? So OCI has these offerings, these services, where you can get the data into your system. So there are some of the services which are mentioned here. Streaming is under the hood. It uses Kafka. So 2 things. Oracle is number 1, will not have any locking. Like, you move to cloud, then you cannot move out. That option is not there in Oracle. So 2 things I want to point out here. One is you have, like, when you put data in cloud, it's free. When you try to bring out the data, you have to pay a charge. So usually other CSPs, they give you 5 GB free per month. Oracle gives you 10 terabytes of egress data free per month. And if you have a direct connect, with your MPLS service provider, it's unlimited. You can extract whatever data you want. And Oracle has already tied up with Azure, Microsoft, Google, and AWS. So it helps you to use the Oracle database, which is like 4 decades of experience and technology, to use any services you want in the other clouds that you have. So I'll move a bit fast because respecting time. So these are the purpose-built infrastructure that you have available in Oracle. And supercomputer is available as of November 18th. 4 days back. So this is a modern data platform that was discussed in one of the forums. Any data, any application, anywhere on cloud. So Oracle has autonomous database, Linux, and autonomous data guard. So autonomous Linux uses a technology called ksplice, so which helps you to patch without downtime. And this is the egress, what I spoke about, the egress cost. And these are some of the features of autonomous database. So it's automatically provisioned, managed, and optimized for your use. And of course, you have Oracle Analytics Cloud, which is having inbuilt AI services for your natural language generation and processing. And that's it. So any questions? Because I didn't have much time, so I had to wrap it up a bit faster. Okay, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you.